Shabbat Tov, everybody. Wishing you all a fantastic week. As you can see, I'm surrounded by wines over here. And many people are elated here in Israel at the moment because what has happened, Nasrallah, obviously the wicked Nasrallah, was eliminated. I believe it was during the Shabbat at Israeli time over here. So many people will say, well, how we celebrate when these things happens. First of all, before I start Daf Yomi tidbit, we say Mizmor LeTodah, we say thanks and praise to Hashem for this. We do not go to their sinking low levels of celebration. We thank Hashem for every single thing because it's all, at the end of the day, Hashem has sent miracles within regards in every different channel, let's just say over here. So we thank Hashem with Tehillim, with praise. We say Nishmat Kol Chai, different bountiful prayers to Hashem, and we celebrate that way. That's a prayers that Am Yisrael do. We celebrate, we joy, and we thank Hashem because everything Hashem does is a miracle in every aspect of life. Now, what's interesting, you can see I'm surrounded by wines over here. We just did Havdalah over here. I've got two nice red wines and one white wine over here. And we're talking all about wines in today's page here inside the Gemara, friends. What's going on here? We're on 97. That is naturally in Hebrew, we call that Tzadik. Zayin in Hebrew of Masechet Bava Batra. What's going on, friends, today? We're talking about libation offering. The sacrifices, libations. We're coming to the festival of Sukkot only in a few weeks' time because naturally we're coming to Rosh Hashanah quite soon. 15th of Tishrei will be Sukkot. And we know that during the Simchat Beit Shoeva, we give the wine libations. And in Beit Hamikdash, in the temple, the holy temple, we give wine libations. So in today's page of the Gemara, we're saying that the wines that we give have to be of top quality. That's what it's got to be, because the korbanot, all the different libations we're doing to Hashem for the praise of Hashem inside the Beit Hamikdash. So obviously Hashem wants it to be of the finest quality. We learn in Parshat Bereshit within regards to the korbanot that Cain and Hevel brought. You know, Hashem was not so pleased within regards to Cain's korbanot because it wasn't of refined, it wasn't magnanimous, unlike Hevel's, which was of choice matter over here. And that's the same within regards to wines, what we give. So which wines can disqualify as libation sacrifices? That's first questions that come over here. One of the things that says, if you leave it uncovered, the wine, first of all, you cannot bring that as potentially as a libation sacrifice, because we don't know if we leave it uncovered overnight. Invoking those days, there were snakes coming around everywhere. It wasn't houses like there is nowadays, 1,000 years later, 2,000 years later than the Talmudic times. There's a worry that snakes come and put the venom inside of it. And, you can't give that as a libation. Other issues can occur. Other things can occur if there's an oldish wine, let's just say, that hasn't been fermented or made the correct way. It can turn into vinegar, and you bring that to the Korban, to the Beit Hamikdash, as a libation. That's not fitting in Hashem's eyes. Now, another thing, the optimum, obviously, as we've spoken about many times before, is a dry red wine. Like I've got two finest great Israeli red wines over here, which I very much recommend. But a white wine like this, Bartano, as delicious as it is, white wine is not as good. And they darshan it, they expound it on a pasuk, a verse in Mishlei, within regards to why white wine should not necessarily be used as libation. And one should use a red wine, ideally, if they are going to do that. And as part of the libation sacrifice inside the Beit Hamikdash, and it grapples with all the cases within regards to wine. We've actually covered in these last few pages, friends, over here, the different topics within regards to wine, how important it is to have good wine, to just in general, what wine symbolizes. If you're going to sell wine, how the wine should be fermented, how it should be produced, how can you sell it? What if you're selling big barrels of wine you spoke about in previous pages? If you're selling a cellar of wine, how do you have to stipulate it? What quality of wine does it have to be? That's what we're talking about. It's like an encyclopedia we're dealing with this last week within regards to wine. So on this note, I've just done Havdalah over here. It was Motzei Shabbat. We finished. We did it on a candle over here. We don't Besamim. Everyone, we should say thanks because Hashem is doing a lot of miracles here in Israel at the moment, as we can state. We see what happened with Nasrallah, the wicked Hezbollah person, head of Hezbollah, what's happened at the end. Everything is a miracle from Hashem. How do we celebrate at the end? We don't necessarily just do L'chaim. We say Mizmor LeTodah. We thank Hashem in gratitude for all the Nisim, because everything that Hashem does is Nisim. So on this note, I'm going to stock up for the week. Wishing you all a Shavua Tov V'Rach. Wishing you a fantastic week. I'd like to dedicate this once again, Lilun Shmat, Sarah Yudit Bat Esther. And wishing you all a great week. L'chaim. Enjoy.